There are a few things I must do. Firstly, it's Nomington Nom from my auto assembly mug of very hot tea. Then after that, I've got to read all of the questions from my lovely tablet, which I love because it's lovely. And I also have to be done by 6 o'clock because this camera will only record half an hour. I would also like to say, I'm going to be sincere for a moment. I'm not going to read all the questions. I'm not going to answer all the questions. Because this is something that I really want to do. This is something I really want to go. This is something I really feel fits my personality and who I am. And it's just something that I want to do. And while all the daft questions are funny, I'm not doing them. It takes too long. And I want to do other questions better. You ask good questions, I'll answer them. Matt Clark, are you afraid of the dark? Well, no, I don't think I am. No, I'm not. I don't know. Why would you be afraid? Why would you be afraid of the dark? The only time I'd be afraid of the dark is if I'd woken up in someone else's house at a party and I had to walk from one side of the room to the other, still a bit tipsy from the night before and couldn't see what was going on. That'd be pretty bad. No, not afraid of the dark. It's all good. Afraid of heights, like you wouldn't fucking believe, but not the dark. It's okay. Dave Shotton. Dave. Can you please answer all of the questions mimicking the regional accent of the questioner's hometown? Don't be so stupid. It's not, no, whatever it is. Matt Norris, Kirk or Picard, best Dave Lee Travis story. Picard. Kirk from the movies, Picard from the Next Generation, but I'm still saying Picard would be the one. Paul Brown, down in one, pint of Optimus Prime or a pint of Skeletor? Well, we went to the Rollout Roll Call evening on the Saturday, where we had an evening on the Saturday and got fucking shitted. I'll be going with a Skeletor, which is a blue Caraco and lemonade, but like a fucking pint's worth with 10% off because we had our dangly things at the time. Dangly things! Paul Brown again, next celebrity pedo, Timmy Mallet or John Craven. If Timmy Mallet is the next celebrity pedo, it means we all tuned in every single morning during the school holidays to watch Transformers and a paedophile host them. Ugh. Paul Brown again. Oh, am I more dashing in the flesh? You're more talkative in the flesh because you only ever put stuff in writing and not in voice on Facebook, so get your fucking arse in gear. Craig McCutcheon, what is your favourite type of biscuit? Oh, here we go. Bourbons. I like a bourbon. Paul Brown, favourite most haunted sighting. Ben's Collectibles, with or without the beard. I'm going to be honest on this one. I really like the beard, but at the moment it's a bit big. Some people suit really big beards. Some people suit like sculpted beards. I think you're a sculpted beard kind of guy. Don't hate me. Things gone off. Raz. What is your current reason for living? I can't say. I can't say. I actually can't say. I can think of it. I know it smacks me in the head straight away. Can't say. I can't say. I can't say. But it's awesome. Life-changing awesome. Can't say. Raz, what can fuck off? Everything. Just fuck off. Fuck off. I've had another fuck off. I can't tell you about it because it's work-based and obviously I need to maintain a degree of professionalism. The more seriously I take work, the less I feel it's appropriate to talk about work in this format. That can fuck off. What place have you had? What place have you had the best tasty burger at? Or what is the usual pub food you order? And where was the place you remember having the tasty pub food? I don't like eating in public, so I'm not a fan of pub food. I'm not really a fan of tasty pub food. So I don't think this really applies to me, which I know sounds really strange. But I don't think it does. I don't have one. Burgers are nice. I had a burger with C.M. Harris, who shall be, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. Isn't that how the world works normally? Well, that was very nice. I can't remember having mine. I'm not really a foodie. I just want to eat the same thing for the rest of my life, so I'm not good at that. I can't eat that thing. I think it's a question that's coming up later. I'm not going to say what it is. Matt Clark, what's that hill coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Yes. Who takes care of you when you are sick? No one. I look after myself. There's no one else there. Well, that goes with the reason for living thing. I can't talk about it. What is your go-to sandwich for lunch? Bacon sarnie, fish finger, or fish finger sandwiches? But fish finger sandwiches are not for lunch. Fish finger sandwiches are a treat for when you've been a good boy and it's Saturday night and you're just thinking, I've been to the gym, I've skated at hockey, everything's cool, everything's hunky-dory. I'm going to have me a motherfucking fish finger sandwich with loads of tomato ketchup, because that's the future. I love them. They're brilliant. They're just great. What's the last thing you stepped on that made you yell out in pain? Gripper. Fucking gripper when you pull up a carpet at someone's house and you got the little wooden slats with the little spikes sticking out which grab the underlay and the fucking gripper. It's ass. And they're only tiny little spikes and they don't do any damage, but because they're at an angle, they literally rip a hole in your skin and it hurts for... I mean, it's tiny, it's inconsequential, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't do anything, and it naggles at you, the whole girl just hurts, shit. Gripper. La, 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 la. Christopher Perry, are you a saint or a sinner? I am a sinner. I've done lots of nice things in my life, and I've done very few things that aren't nice things. I've been bad to people very few times. But I've also done some things that still make me a sinner. And they were fun. What was your longest relationship? 3.5 years. 3.5 years? 3.5 years. It's not a very good thing out of 40, is it? What are you looking... Bill Ledson came second in the competition behind Genius here. What are you looking forward to more? Star Wars Episode 7 or Transformers 5? I love the Transformers franchise because it's full of fighting robots that look just like you could actually reach out and touch them and they've got scratches on their paintwork. Star Wars is just next level. Star Wars actually transcends a generation of nerds in that you're not nerdy if you like Star Wars. Star Wars is just part of society now. I think that's the way it is. Bill again, is it nice to have had over 80 questions and none of them have been crude, rude, or have lowered the tone? I revert back to this is something I really enjoy doing, and I'd actually like people to ask me about stuff that really matters instead of just fucking stupid shit. Because I don't get it. That's what I want to do. If you want to take part in what I do, then by all means, because I'm going to try and do one of these once a month anyway. But if you ask daft questions, I'm not going to do it. Yes. And I got called out on it because there was a three-way between some of the people that are on the board. And I said on it, fuck's sake, I wish I'd never asked, look at all the shit. And they went, no you don't, you fucking love it. And I did turn around and go, yeah, I do, it's brilliant, it's great, I love it. Yeah, it's fun. Natalie. If you could only eat one thing from now until the end of time, what would you choose? I knew this question was on here. It would be pepperoni pizza. I love pepperoni pizza. especially the Chicago town ones that you get from Asda, because they're just amazing. And the pizza shop that's 5 minutes up the road from here, Petroni's Pizza, they do square pizzas. They're the best pizzas I've ever had. They're just absolutely amazing. And if I was to eat one thing for the rest of my days, it would be that. I know I'd turn into the Stave Puft Marshmallow Man, don't care. Glorious. How would you feel about painting an egg? It's Easter. That was from Paul. So you walk into rollout, Bill, again. So you walk into rollout roll call, put your custom on the table with the others, then step back and take a look at the others. What were your first thoughts? I felt a bit embarrassed. I didn't feel it was good enough. But one of my flaws as a human being is I never think what I do is good enough. Because I'm just in my head now. If I think about it, if I visualise it in my head, all I see is the fact that I didn't have time to paint the wheel struts on aeroplanes. They're always bright white, because every time a plane lands, the first thing it does is they have all of the landing gear serviced and cleaned and made look pretty, and they're always white on purpose, because you can see with white how dirty it is very quickly. And I really wanted to paint all the wheel struts and stuff white. I didn't get a chance to. I mean, they didn't look shit. I put some gunmetal on there and it was okay. But that was the bit that I wanted to, and I didn't. So I didn't think I was going to win. And I didn't know that the big Jetfire that was on there was a San Diego Comic-Con F-14 Jetfire that was actually a bought toy, so that didn't really count. I didn't think I was going to win. If I'd have even thought I was going to win, I would have stayed right up till 4 o'clock on the Sunday, if I'm honest. I'd have just found a way home somehow. I got blagged to lift with someone else. But I didn't, and I did. Which I'm very pleased about. One from Luffy that I don't understand. Bovril or Marmite, says Ben Watson. You filthy, filthy, dirty scamp. Both are the devil. What is the possession you have kept with you the longest? Mum has it. And it's arty. Yes, this is a good question. I like this question. That was from Razatron. Well done. My mum and dad still have at their house a little clay sculpture of a man begging like that with his hands out going, please sir, can I have some more? And it's literally just a sausage from there to there and a sausage from there to there and a sausage for the shoulder and upper body, then a wobbly bit for the middle, and then your thighs and calves and feet. Yeah, shins, not calves, but you know what I mean. And I made it, and I tried to get the proportions right, and I remember it had no detail at all. It was just the bare essentials of a figure. And I moulded the hands together, so the hands were like a bowl, so they were like begging. And Mum and Dad still have that to this day. The legs keep breaking off, and they keep super gluing them back on. But I think I was only about 14 when I made it. And that was probably the first sign that I was really, really strong at art stuff. Lee Grigurki. I only learned how to say it recently because he's damn you hussies. I always avoided saying his second name, and a couple of people have mentioned it lately. If that's not right, I'm going to look like a fright fucking knobhead. But it's nice to see Lee doing stuff again, he thinks. Are you doing okay? Yes, I'm doing okay. A couple of little sort of hiccups at work. One's quite a major hiccup that might go to court, but yes. I'm in control of everything. Nothing has been our fault. And if it has been our fault, then we're in a position that I can quite capably fix it. Because I'm good at what I do. Hockey has been a bag of shit. But we've really gone back to basics and built it back up. So that's going alright. Robots, I've got tons of. Money, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I'm in a real pink patch at the moment. And that's beautiful because it means when things go up the shitter and you're never quite sure of how things are how you're going to work your way out of it. The one thing I've learned is patience, because a way out always presents itself. Even if it's an ugly one, a way out always presents itself. They're just short of dying and paying tax I can't think of anything at the moment that I wouldn't be able to worm my way out of is the wrong phrase, but organise my way out of. It turns out I'm quite a bright guy. I'm quite a genius about some things. I'm just a dipshit at being scholastic. I don't read very well. I can't do maths. I don't care about spelling. I don't care about spelling. There, and there. I don't know the difference between the three, even though people take the piss online all the time, like you ought to know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't give a fuck. If you point me out and tell me that it's wrong, I actually don't care, because I actually don't care. I think they should just make all three one, because everyone knows what you're fucking talking about anyway. So, there are lots of other things that I'm good at. And I've probably only discovered most of them in the last 2 years, which is alright. Stu, what's your fondest hockey memory? All of it. I don't really have one. I love getting new kit. I loved it when things go right. I made a move. Not like, hey baby, make a move. There's a guy who plays for another team who's hated me. And his family have hated me, and he's hated my family, and he's given me shit. And it's always been a trying, tasking thing. It's always been fucking properly horrible. Very difficult to deal with. And in a game a long time ago, I put a move on this guy who by rights should have fucking leathered me. Absolutely beat me to death. And all I did is saw him come in, tip the puck between his legs, dip a shoulder out the way, and he fucking sailed past me, careered into the wall, and I just picked the puck up and went the other way. And I actually heard even his own bench laugh, which was beautiful. The other thing is, there's a guy called Brian, which used to coach one of the really winningy teams. He's a very good referee now. He's one of those human beings that I've got a massive amount of respect for, because he's just earned it from me. And I stepped over the halfway line, I looked up, I weighted my stick, and I heard him say on the bench, goal. And then I skated in and I just fired it right by the goalie like there was no tomorrow. And even the other team applauded. And to have someone that I value like that say that to me, that's probably better than the other one. But it's one of those two, take your pick. Don't care, it's all good fun. As long as I got a Panthers jersey, I just want to play for my team, not someone else's. Benjamin Bishop, favourite ongoing series of all time. I don't even know what that means. The whole Avatar thing, Aang, Korra, whatever. I know it's flavour of the month because I've only just watched all of it. Aang, the last Avatar, was just Avatar the Last Airbender. Mind-bending. So good. Just so good. Series 2 of Korra was average in the middle, and then at the end just was incredible. Just the whole thing was just amazing from top, middle to end, and I loved it. Ian, if you could meet any Star Trek actor, who would you most want to meet, and what would you want to ask them? I'd like to go for a beer with Michael Dorn. I like his tenacity at keeping it going. I'd also like to I'd like to just meet Rick Berman and Brannon Braga. It was when Rick Berman took over that things really got good for the next generation. I think it was Rick Berman. Yeah, there you go. You love your Star Trek, don't you, you weirdo? I got 9 minutes to go. If James Ashworth, if I could, oh fucking hell. I would no. Richard Joseph Dangerfield, what question would you ask yourself? I already know the ones that I already need to know. I can't ask myself a question because if I already knew it, how could I give myself the answer? I would like to point out that Mr. Richard Joseph Dangerfield, Delafield, I pronounced it wrong because I can't read. It's alright. He is Bisto Yeti on YouTube. I strongly encourage you to go and look up Bisto Yeti. he has a very profound and deep sense of joy for toys, and I have a lot of time for him. And I also got to say hello to him at Auto Assembly, and he came over to me and tried to introduce himself, and I didn't really say anything because I didn't know who he was, which makes me a fucking cunt. He's very, very cool guy. Go and say hello. He's also got a Columpio, which makes me a bit sad because I want one, but not quite as much as fucking Tim and his Troll, because I want that thing so bad. After touching it with my hands, I need it in my life. Phil, would you come to Manchester and party hard with Jim and me? Yes, I bloody well would. There might be a condition to that, but yes. David Tree, do folk have any idea what they missed last weekend? I've already spoken about Roll Out Roll Call, Dave. I don't need to pander to it any longer. Just take a nice deep breath. Everybody knows I talk about Roll Out Roll Call. I've done some very, very favourable waffling about it already. It was good. You should definitely come. The more that we can get everyone together for sort of 3 o'clock at the bar and just maybe sink a couple early and then go for some food around 7 and then get absolutely fucking arse blasted till 1 o'clock in the morning. We should definitely do that. Everyone just get together and just do it. You've been told. Gerard, Michael, Galvin, Barry, the best complainer. There's a tie for the best complainers. I think Gerard is the best complainer on YouTube. In our fandom. If you was forced to spend 24 hours hanging out with yourself, I read this one earlier. If you were forced to spend 24 hours hanging out with yourself, as in there would be 2 Dave Menzies in the same room, how long do you think it would be before you got on your own nerves and punched yourself in the face? I think I'd have a fucking wonderful time. I think the only real question during that time is, do you wank yourself off and are blowjobs going a bit too far if you were yourself? Because it'd be really good just to have someone who has exactly my sensibilities and exactly my sense of fun to do things with my sensibilities and my sense of fun. I don't think I'd punch myself in the face at all. I'd probably realise that I'm overly camp and have a word with myself about being camp. And then the other half of me would go, well, I am you and you are me, so you're camp too, so stop being a camp fuck. That would be it. Thank you. I'm reading through stupid ones now. If you had Natalie Harper, if you had to choose, would you rather have 1 arm or 1 leg? 1 arm. Because it would be difficult finding a wife. It's difficult with fucking 2 arms and a good sense of humour. And 2 legs and like normal things happening, not fucking being a triplegic. I'll have an arm, please. Because I'm a wanker. I like my own jokes. I don't need to ask that one. Will you manage to get your video for this to be under an hour? I've got 5 minutes left. I'm doing all right. Half an hour. Phil Mayers, if I came to Southampton, what's the first thing I should do? Go to Toys R Us, go to Forbidden Planet, go to all the cool stuff. I'll meet you in town at the train station. We'll go to Toys R Us, then we'll walk to Forbidden Planet, and then we'll go and get in the van and go and see Dave at all the cool stuff. And then after that, we'll take on all the other shit that we ought to do. Bill, again, by me, Dave Treen, must know a cold beer. And then what's the second thing Phil should do? Well, there you go, I've answered above. Last one. Paul Gowland, when was the last time you joined a conga train? I've always had terrible, terrible fear of making myself look stupid. Unfortunately, my crippling fear of making myself look stupid, which was way worse when I was a kid, probably has made me look all the more stupid over the years because I've never joined in. And I look back on it now and think to myself, it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you look stupid. It's better to look stupid and join in than be alone with integrity. That was deep, wasn't it? That was really deep and profound and a good way to end up. My name has been SMS number 1. I want to do more of these. I'm going to do one a month. But I want people to think of the stuff that might actually get me talking about some things and not necessarily have some opinions. Every time I seem to have an opinion about anything, I just fuck it up. But I love to have my lips go up and down and pump air through my lungs so it makes a sound in all different orders. That's what I love to do. That is it. That's just what I love to do. I've got my turntables out. Look, my decks are just over there, look. And the CD, Genelex, look, Genelex speakers. And here is the projector. So we beam onto that wall, at the actual size of that wall. And I watch pretty much the 3rd series of Legend of Korra like that. And then we got turntables with acid house. And this is Armin's picture that he's done, because Armin's a legend. He's a very clever man. My name's been SMS number 1. I've already said it once. I've been me, you've been you. Thank you very much.